Hi and welcome everyone to the Bruce Cizal Research Channel in Montreal, Quebec. I study in ufology, I study in astronomy. I'm filming the moon, I've captured UFOs, I have the proof in the videos, hundreds of videos of UFO phenomena, both in the skies here with my infrared cameras and telescopes, and as much on the surface of the moon. We were inside of Mare Fecunditatis the last time, an area that absolutely fascinates me, the Mare of Fecunditatis. Right in the center, well, there's that towering object over to the left, but right in the center there is that supposed square. It's a rectangle, it's a block shape, and the other craters have the same bloody shape, but they're smaller. They're near impossible to see. The next telescope is going to blow it out of the park, that's for sure. I see it. I see the truth myself without having to get in any closer. Actually, I could see it. This, right off the bat, if you're just arriving to the channel, and thanks for the followers who've been here since day one, but this is a light that is still linked to the surface that has an electrifying light inside of a smoke or haze. And here's the proof that when that light goes out, the smoke disappears. But it's there, like whether it be a UFO or a beam from HARP, a frequency. Who says they didn't lift the stones of the pyramids with frequencies to place them, to put them in place? Most likely that's what they did. Who says they weren't cut with frequencies? Maybe with lasers. Find it odd that in the past there was an advancement that seems to have been, it was far more advanced than us. They were advanced in sciences, they were advanced in astronomy. Listen, the Egyptians had running water, right? What was the gap between that afterwards? So look here. That light on the surface that I'm going to show you is connected to the surface. Those are important details. Watch it cross and travel across the surface. Step 1, step 2, and step 3. Do you notice how it even freaking veered towards the right? We're talking directional change. Do you see the beam of light? And do you see how it's connected to the surface? Let's see it again. Literally coming up from the surface, you could see a smoke, that there's a beam of light in it, and you'll see it disappear and go back down. Did you like the special effects? Seriously, those just arriving, this is a 14-inch telescope view of a UFO on the surface. People talking in the comment section, thanks a lot, guys. It's pretty cool. Talking about bombs also, that the light, I mentioned this before, but still, we're hearing about some people actually mentioning it. The bomb bringing the light upwards, obviously, into the smoke, and in the particles of light, you can see the smoke light reflecting from the bomb blast. So yeah, these don't necessarily have to be UFOs. They could absolutely be, yes, explosions like that. And that's pretty scary stuff. We're going to go look at 2 different large UFOs that crashed into the surface of the moon. Fire rising up off the surface. Double spot of fire rising up off the surface. Now the chances of me capturing this, the telescope had to be off of the moon, for sure. If not, I would never have captured it. That object, we could actually see a shape and form. Look at it properly as it's coming down. There, the fire, everything around it, entering the atmosphere of the moon, just like it would over Earth, probably. There's the fire. There's the entry of a very large object. Hit the north side of the moon. It's absolutely incredible. We could literally see the beginning of a shape. The other one that I captured, a lot of people talk a lot about it looking a lot like Oumuamua. Oumuamua is that elongated, alien-shaped asteroid, never before seen. It came from interstellar space, went around the sun, was seen going by Earth apparently, and then went back out into the constellation of Lyra. So 4 a.m. I wanted to get this up tonight, but there's too much to show. Look at the explosion. Look at the size of it. Many miles apart. There's the big object. It crashes. Tail end crashes. It lifts up. Another fire lifts up. A third time. There's 1. There's 2. Watch at the end on the right. And 3. That means it entered the atmosphere underneath that haze on the moon, and then it crashed along the surface. So any astronauts or people working for NASA that are on the moon in the north side, please check and verify with me that this object did crash on the moon. Look at the bloody size of it. It would have made a crater the size of a town. Okay, seen that come in? Unless it was something maybe not so heavy. Look at that's not normal. Look before crashing, the tail. What's that? That is the bloody object, or what? I mean, like, it's hard to understand. Look how close we are to be able to see it coming in on the north side of the moon. Now, again, if you have a telescope, you're not going to capture this. You have to be, like me, setting up or off of the moon. And just to say I was touching the edge, I actually was stable because I let it sit there on the edge of the moon as I went in to get my coffee. And when I came out, continued filming, looked at 3 hours of footage. The first 30 seconds was that. Okay? There's the shape in the center there. You can see that something is coming into the moon's atmosphere. And shown like this is just absolutely incredible. You're looking at a real footage from 14-inch telescopes that caught something crashing into the moon that is very, very large. Okay, I'm probably the only one excited, but seriously, look at the shape. Wow, this is one object. Oh my goodness, you see the shape and form there as it goes by? I'm going to look at that a couple of times. I've been looking at it since yesterday. Very interesting. I've never shown this way, by the way. Look at the tail, and then look at the object. Now you see it's a formation. Listen, we know it's not a satellite because I wouldn't see it. It'd be tiny, but it sure looks like something that was built, right? Literally see the shape. Let's see that a couple more times. It's just absolutely intriguing to me to be able to see it this close. Let's slow it really down. Oh my goodness, we can see a nice shape and form of this object as it's coming down into the atmosphere. Seeing it in a way, of course, that I haven't shown before. Really cool. I have a lot. Imagine being able to say that. I'm so happy to say that I do have a lot of asteroids and meteors in footage that I can get in a lot closer. We can analyze the dates and the shapes and forms and details. And that's what my community loves, and that's what I appreciate about you all. When somebody asks me if it's new content, Pugboy asks me no, but yeah. Like I haven't showed this before, but no, this is in 220. And there's also one of the captures 219. At the end of 219, right around when Beresheet hit the moon. Look at the shape and form. We're looking at a shape now. We have a UFO shape, right? There we go. Look at that. It's on fire on one end, or it's the object itself firing off. I don't know, but you're seeing unnormal reaction for an asteroid, let's say. It's not an asteroid. That's what I believe. I believe it's a piece of something. You can see the 90-degree angle there. It looks like a rectangle. It's a very large object. Far bigger than the ISS space station. That is confirmed 100%. Look at that. Crashing down. And you can see another piece of it there. And just absolutely amazing as it's plunging under... It's plunging under the hazes on the moon. I wanted to show this really properly, which I never have before. I show you this thing coming down to the moon 100 feet away, and often when I re-show the work, people are like, well, was this captured, yesterday, or was it captured a year ago? Yeah, it was captured, one of them a year ago and one of them months ago, and we're close up. You guys and gals know that when I capture something new, I will share it. That's 100% confirmed. I'll share everything I capture on the moon with you all. Here's this, not Oumuamua, I doubt it. If not, it crashed into the moon. But anyways, we see it here, but watch this. You see how it looks like it's broken, right? Like the end is coming off. A lot of people tell me that, and I want to show you all. It's not broken at all. It's actually bent at the end, and it'll spiral. There's that fire that slows it down, which is absolutely crazy. So it's turned around. The moon's on the left, meaning I turn the image over to the right. So as this is descending towards the left, to the moon, which is coming from over top, this is the north side of the moon, we see that object. But watch this. I'm going to show you, hey, look at this. We're going to look at it further out, yes, like we just did, like we're going to do here. But look at the light. The fire's distributing itself across this object. Well, I guess I could have made this video a lot longer, but instead, you know me, I will come back to it. And that's what I will continue to do. As long as I'm able to find something, there's not one video on this channel that's the same as the other. There's no repetition here. Aside from going back to the same findings, hell yeah. What do you think of this frame? Watch. The moon's on the left, so it's going towards the moon. I turned the image around. So from top to bottom, you see it going from right to left. And these different shapes and forms are appearing. In reality, it's just turning, but there it is slowing itself down. And I have a close-up image. I have the original footage, and each and every time that I show you this, you know why it's different? Because I go back to the original footage and I redo it, but always in the goal for one, to find new details. You see how it's doing the banana? It's not broken, this object. It's spiraling around. That is the fire at the end of a UFO. Right there is the object, the burner, an actual piece of whatever is flaming this out right before it hits the bloody moon. Okay, now here's what's impressive to me. It's that the fire at the back is facing where it's headed towards the moon. And this comes out of the object where you could see where the fire starts coming out of the, it looks like a chess game, you know, the horseman. When you see the horse in the chess game, it looks like there's a chess piece on fire. That's exactly what it looks like when you look at the image. No, it's not a horse piece, chess piece for sure, but look. That's coming down towards the moon. And you know what that L hook shape is? Well, you know what it's going to do? That fire is going to cause this object, and what's actually what you saw in the footage right before, to spiral around. So the other side is going to spiral around. And the hook-like part is going to touch first. So, you know, Elon Musk technology, where you see him turning the rockets around, it just strikes me that I have such an amazing close-up of this fire that's at the back that you could clearly see the object itself there's no fire whatsoever. Just a clear shot of energy that comes out the back. And where I'm pointing with the arrow is, you could see it. I don't know what it is, like a rectangle, or it's thicker than any other part of the UFO. Who knows? David Newsom and everyone who contributed to this channel, if you're here watching this video, you're contributing. Thank you so much.
We party all night long. Aliens on the moon, they must have minded. They up there sitting down in that pontoon. They brought everybody up in their belly party. They pop and they jump and they come in here so soon. Yeah, aliens are up there on the moon. They may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mighty on the moon, yes they are up there. Doesn't matter cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming